it's a highly anticipated game, high scoring end-to-end goal. I mean, we're still talking about player. We're going to come to Chelsea. We're still talking about players that are flared up, players that look so amazing under Ancelot. And we talked about Gravenberch, of course. Van Dijk has also been, Van Dijk didn't have a very good season. Towards the end of the season last. Do you remember last season?
Yeah,
But
for
he
me,
looks a revived player right now. He looks a very good
but
player.
Van Dijk
Konote,
for me Van Dijk is Van Dijk. I mean, he's a top player. He's a top player. I mean, he can. Yeah, you can.
I didn't
That's
say
why
he's
we
not
wait.
a top player, Josh.
No, okay, yes, I understand what you're saying, but for me, I know that these moments do happen in football. You can have a lapse in concentration here, but you see, we look for moments. We wait a whole season to look for moments to pick out when Van Dijk was bad in a game. And when Van Dijk is bad in a game, it's comparable to Haaland not scoring in 2 games. I mean, Haaland doesn't score in 2 games and it's off form.
I really
Just
think
because,
somehow,
yeah, just because
I
of
think you're a Liverpool fan growing up, Josh. There's no way you can convince me that you're a Manchester United fan. But we're talking about players that have done so well under Ansel. We talked about, and we've talked about now Van Dijk, Gravenberch, Konote. I think he has pulled up his game. He has upped up his game.
Yeah,
Trent is Trent.
Very good
Robertson
now.
is Robertson. Yeah. Mohamed Salah, of course, he did, but I thought with him aging, he was going to dip in form. He looks exceptional. He looks fresh. He's scoring. He's dribbling. He's running behind defenders. He's assisting. He's amazing. And I can't wait to see him also tomorrow, or rather the day after tomorrow, on Sunday.
It helps that
it's already midnight tomorrow. Yeah.
Yeah, it helps that Thingy does not play like that. Ancelot does not play like Jurgen Klopp played, because with Jurgen Klopp's gegenpress, you feared for Mo Salah, who thrives on his ability to run in behind defenders, sail dummies and stuff like that. But Ancelot is more controlled in his approach, and he will just pick moments when Salah will jump on his bike. But with the gegenpress, the man was always on his bike. But the player who has impressed me most is, apart from Gravenberch, of course, Gravenberch is number one. But the player who has impressed me most is Luis Diaz. Because
Diaz has also turned up.
Yes, at a certain point,
he's amazing.
Exactly. And God has helped him that he has kept fit, because at some point last season, when the time they brought in Cody Gakpo is because they never used they were not convinced that Luis Diaz was reliable. He was always not available for selection, but now he's fit. He's playing very well. He's scoring goals. And the competition with Cody Gakpo is even much better this season, because if Liverpool can have Cody Gakpo on the bench, imagine what it does to a team when Luis Diaz has been running you down for, say, 70 minutes, and the guy warming up is Cody Gakpo. As in all the technical ability he has to beat a player, to score from distance, to pick out a pass, to get to the byline and just shake off his man. It is a scary thing for a defender who is a bit tired. So for me, I do believe that Liverpool just has a little bit of an edge over Chelsea.
Anyway, Josh, the style of play. I'm looking at Ancelot. He's very attack-minded. He likes that aggressive kind of football. He likes scoring. He likes bringing it to the enemy, if I can use that word. And as for Maresca, places high value on a deep build up with a short passes from the back line. At first, I didn't see this, But it looks like Chelsea players are catching up now. I mean, if you're to compare how they've been playing recently, I mean, how they've been catching up. And I also, by the way, think Sancho might thrive under Enzo Maresca because the short passes, I mean, that come to the build up,
Yeah, he
that's
likes to
his
do
kind of
that.
thing. He likes to
Yeah,
do that. He
that's his
likes to
kind of
move
thing.
with some, that's
And
his kind of play. So,
the other thing, I agree with you, Sancho might actually flourish under Enzo Maresca has nothing to do with the football, but everything to do with the feel-good factor, because Sancho has showed that he's a player who needs an arm around his shoulder. He's a player who needs to be comfortable in his environment, and he looks like London was the place that he always wanted to be. I mean, you would question who made for him a deal to go to Manchester when he actually wanted to play in London. I mean, there are several big clubs in London he could have gone for, or he could have gone to earlier on, but he's now at Chelsea. I don't see a reason why Jadon Sancho does not flourish at Chelsea, because as we had earlier in the interviews of, say, Benny McCarthy, is the player always snuck out of Man United to go back to London, and that shows that now that he's in London,
he's in
he's
London.
closer to his family and his friends, and
He's
this
where
can help
his
him.
heart wants to be.
Yeah, this can help him. This can help him, because for me, I've never doubted the ability of Jadon Sancho. It's just very painful to watch a player with that much natural ability give you so little. I mean, a player like Scott McTominay, who has close to nothing that Jadon Sancho has. I mean, he's going to outperform him in every game. So for me, I would rather have 10 McTominays than half a Jadon Sancho.
Yes, you're hating. The guy has 3 assists in 4 matches.
And he has a man
EPL
of the
matches.
match award.
Yeah. One that you do not agree with.
How do you get a man of the match award for assisting, and the guy who scored the goal, yeah, and that goal was well taken. It was a striker's goal. He dragged the defender out of position and scored a very beautiful goal. And he had also just come off the bench, so I
And
don't
by the way,
understand.
do you know that do you know that he's a boyhood Chelsea fan?
Who?
Jadon Sancho.
Get
That
out of
also what
here!
no, for
Get out
real.
of
He
here!
is. Yes, he
Oh,
is.
it is
South
possible.
London.
Yeah, it is possible if what I heard is correct, that his family and friends is in London. So that means that he's grown up a fan of one of the London teams, and it could just have been Chelsea. But I don't think Jadon Sancho will not do well since he's in a place that he wants to be.
So you expect him to perform very good.
Yes. Oh, he has the ability. He's quite the player. I mean, why we were so hard on Jadon Sancho at United is only because he gave us so little. He gave us so little. You just needed.
Man United fans expected a lot from Jadon Sancho.
We didn't expect a lot. We didn't expect
price
a lot.
The price tag that he came with under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I mean, judging from what he had been doing at Borussia Dortmund in Germany, I think he didn't even give us a quarter of what he did the other side.
Exactly. So for me, it is not just
a shame.
It's not just the expectation because of his price tag, but the things that we had seen Jadon Sancho do. We only needed Jadon Sancho to give us 70%, but Jadon Sancho would give you 40%, and it would take him a couple of games for him to give you even 60% in a game. He would score beautiful goals. He would have very nice patterns of play every now and then, but there was always something missing, and maybe he can find that missing piece at Chelsea. But for me, I love Chelsea. I love the squad they have. I love the lineup. I mean, it's every football fan who is not a Chelsea fan, I think we are envious of